Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones. Our main headlines tonight.
Daddy, it's starting!
Every single one of you's a bit Jesus.
What a wild ride this has been. Well, that's a very
Okay.
blunt question.
I think it worked. Hello. Game. Actually. Music? Oh, I think we just got the outro of the music. Music? Okay, there is music. My mixer is dying and like I have broken channels. But I need to share the stream. There we go. I want my hat. My hair is a mess because it's raining outdoors. Yay! Don't we love rain? I sure do. Let's see. Ba-dum. Yep, I just copy-pasted my username. Because I am lazy. Twitch.tv/me. Hello everyone. Happy King's Day if you're in the Netherlands. I am like Discord is over everything. There you go. Hi, I can see chat now. Awesome. Ignore the boxes behind me. Those are for a project. Like I'm building like an awesome project that can like detect stuff. Like they can like look at the box and know like that is item X and it's gonna be so awesome. It's so cool and I'm so hyped for it. But yeah, that is what these empty boxes are for now. Besides that, I just picked up some awesome games. $10 for No Man's Sky is a killer deal, and some for my Windows XP project, which I'm gonna rip with my reader and then just store the ISOs on the computer. And besides that, There. I feel like that's a more soothing level for the music, isn't it? Hello, Sparrow! I see you there. You are first, officially. How are you doing? I pressed the button. That is a bit loud. Hi. Is everyone ready? Button. Let's continue where we left off. So what happened last time? Right. Jeremy shot himself. And we had our first thing after Jeremy shot himself. Now I do have to mention, I accidentally opened the spoilers channel and I heard Jeremy's voice off screen. So I am confused whether or not he's actually dead. But then again, this isn't FNAF. We're not talking about Afton, so I doubt he'll always come back. Let's continue. Nuke threats, woo. What? Oh, what? The rest of your shift passes in a blur, with the same words going around and around in your head. Operators working for Advanced detonated... Right! Nukes! Nukes! Right! Nukes! Right, I forgot that happened. Operatives working for Advanced detonated nuclear explosive. Initial estimates put the death toll onto the millions. Right, this really happened. You pull into the driveway with no memory of the journey home. The light in the front room is on. Clearly, someone else is still awake. The door creaks open into the living room and you find Sam sitting on the sofa, staring at the TV. The screen is off, and you're clearly lost in thought. No ads right now, please. You take a seat beside them and put a reassuring hand on their shoulder. They start at your touch, breaking them out of their stupor. They attempt to smile, but you can see it's strained. I'm sorry I didn't hear you come in. I was thinking about... Sam stopped shaking their head. So many people. I can't quite believe it. I know. It's... So here's a fun fact I recently learned about the game, because I'm in their Discord server. The genders of Sam and Alex are kept intentionally vague so you can easier insert yourself, right? So if you want Sam to be a man, it's a man. If you want Sam to be a woman, it's a woman. If you want Alex yourself to be a man, it can be a man. If you want Alex to be a woman, it can be a woman. How cool is that? I love those little attentions to details when developers do that. I'm gonna clip this differently to my belt because I don't want to hit the volume button accidentally. And I want to sit cross-legged for a bit. I know it's awful, horrible, but necessary. No! Sam turns to look at you. Their gaze, calm and sure. Advance did what they had to protect us. With the sanctions and the blockades, this was a full-scale war. We won. It was us or them. There had to be another way. Killing millions of people is never the answer. Sam frowns at you. Frowns, yes, she frowns at me. Also, yes, in my head, Sam is a woman. Deal with it. Alex, you can't be serious. We're at war. The country is starving. People are dying without medicine. These bombs were the only way to end suffering. They're looking at you with concern, but also defiance. You have to know it was the only real option. I suppose you're right. It's just awful. It had to be done. We're lucky to have advanced. Hopefully the rest of the world will realize now that we won't back down from doing what's right. It's the only language those people understand. Sam smiles at you. No one wanted this, but it's not like there was a choice. The two of you settle down for the evening, splitting more than one bottle of wine and chatting into the early hours. Also, hello, thank you for the follow. You just knocked out. Oh no.
Won't get you the emergency services.
No.
And that's not the only thing that's changing.
I don't think I remember this.
Ambulances, faster response times, and
wait, let me please turn on. Okay. I think I can do this.
Remember the new number.
0118998819991197253. Oh no, the camera broke! I meant to pick this camera! I'm sorry. I pressed the button for the camera that's not connected right now. I'm sorry, Alexios. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Ping indeed. Wait, where's Ping? Hello, Clover, where is Ping? Where is Ping? Where is Ping? Clipping that. Yes, thank you, sir. Oh no, did Aiden break? Did I break Atom? I think I broke everything. Give me a moment to double check what happened. So, viewer interaction. A lot is broken. Why is custom code broken? Alerts? What happened to my custom code actions? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Okay. Disconnected. Oh no. Why did stuff break? Atom, please connect. Okay. Audio clips. Wait, it just randomly is disconnecting. I am so sorry. I'm going to put a... Everything is breaking. Friendly neighbors. As you can see, my webcam isn't retracting either. I'm going to fix this real quick. Because I have no idea what just happened. I don't want to update my IDE right now. Like, I can't do... Stuff is broken. My buttons don't work. What happened? I thought I updated. And... Oh. Okay, no. npm I atom.js/latest. Did something change? No, I'm already on 203. I am going to... Oh! Thank you, Clover! Thank you, I'm so sorry. Stuff is breaking left, right, and center. No, see, the thing is, Atom was supposed to turn that off. Yeah, I'm not getting pings because... I don't have my dashboard open. Gmail. You have my Gmail? Right, fair enough. I am going to see what the frick is going on. Rewards, interaction. Okay, so it's not... Let's try production version. Like, see, the thing is, a lot of stuff relies on Atom to just work. Right, yeah, that makes sense. My rules are not imported here. Since 213, Atom beta. Let's see, folders and rules. Copy you over. This is probably fine. Let's try production. Connect, 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 connect. Hey, that's one. Clover, can you type something in chat? We have chat on stream! I can't believe my chat was in sub-only mode. Silly, silly, silly me. But thank you. Thank you, Sparrow, for that. No, it was definitely not intended. Oh, wait. Did ping break? Okay. Ping just lost its data. Sound, fix images. Da, 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 da. Where is... No? Okay, where are my Discord pings? Because that doesn't work at all right now. But fixing stuff live on stream, it's always super interesting, isn't it? The sounds, Discord ping. Yeah, yes, because Atem broke. Can we ping? Almost.
Hello?
That's better. Okay. I think we're good. I think we are good again. But thank you all for spamming me. Next time, Clover, I'm doing a dual stream, so you can just go to my YouTube channel and spam me there. Anyway, let's continue. If I press the right button. Yes! Now stuff officially works. There have been a few ups and downs over the last year, but it's nice to be able to enjoy your last summer sun in the garden with Sam beside you. You're just getting to a climactic part in the book you're reading where Defective Casa is about to enter the serial killer's lair. When you hear sirens coming from around the house, you exchange a look with Sam and the two of you head around to the front. You arrive to see a couple of patrol cars, yes. A couple of patrol cars and a betterment vehicle parked outside your neighbor's house. I'm glad they're getting the help they need, you hear from beside you. Game? Okay. Sam standing there, smiling with arms crossed. They never understood how the new future is making things better for everyone, but they will now. Did you report the Andersons to the cohesion office? Oh god. Of course! Jonah has been complaining about the fence since they got in! And I'm pretty sure I heard George on the phone planning to go to the Disrupt meeting when we had them over dinner last week. You watch as Jonah and George are both escorted, though not kindly, into the van. Their protests seem to fall on deaf ears. What is the game doing? Sam raises a quizzical eyebrow and looks at you. It's not like they're being arrested. Just take it to one of the centers to educate them. as to how advance are really helping people. They'll be back before you know it. Is this the Second World War all over again? I'm sorry. Like, Advance started off doing so well. I am so skeptical of Advance now. It's certainly true there was no hint of violence or threat of physical voice from the CCOs. Still, you're not sure that's how the pair taken away will see it. You're right, it's for the best. As the betterment van pulls away, the COO looking up George and Jonah. Oh, Jonah spots you and Sam. They wave and smile before calling over. Don't worry, nothing serious, won't take long. The pair of you return the wave and head inside. It's good that events are helping those who need it. Sure is good. Watch life on the street get better. Oh god. Oh gosh. An academic exodus. It's a seemingly ordinary morning. But as you get back into work, you find a small crowd gathered in the break room. When you go in to grab your first cup of tea of the day, you can't help but overhear some excited chatter. Didn't you hear? Yeah, another one has gone missing. What's that bring the total up to now? Oh, I should think over 100 at this point. They won't all have been reported or noticed yet. Sorry, what's going on? An excited young woman turns to you and begins to explain. Another professor went missing from Queensview University. With all the other disappearances over the last year, scientists, doctors, researchers. She pauses before lowering her voice into a whisper. It's clearly disrupt targeting the people speaking out against them. I even heard that Vans are struggling to prevent further. A deep, familiar voice from behind you interrupts. What exactly is going on here? A silence overtakes the room as you all turn in unison towards the doorway. Bozeman clears his voice for continuing. I told you before, I don't want to hear about these so-called disappearances. Come on now, people. Advance have been very clear that there's nothing to worry about, which means they're not our problem. And unless they start classing Capuchins as intellectuals, I don't think anyone here has something to worry about. Best get back to work. Postmans hold up a hand to keep you, as everyone else, flies out of their room. Look, between you and me, this leave it alone malarkey comes from high. It's out of my hands. So I would appreciate it if you would refrain from talking about it further. I make sure the news is in line with that school of thought. Yes? He gives you a pat on the arm and a smile before leaving to carry on with whatever it is he does during the workday. It seems that for the better of the worse, public ownership is now in full swing. Broadcast! 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 A career in the making. You drum your fingers on the steering wheel impatiently as you wait for Charlie again. It's great, she's enjoying the Cohesion Cadets. Oh, he's enjoying the Cohesion Cadets and is so enthusiastic, but does he really need to stay behind every week to help? It's Saturday evening too, after all. You see him exit the hall, a grin on his face. You can't help but smile back, the frustration starting to fade as you see him so genuinely happy. After hugging his friends goodbye, Charlie heads over to the car and gets in, his face flushed with excitement. So how was? You're interrupted as he can't contain himself any longer. Guess what? What? You play along with a smile. So, obviously the Cohesion Cadets is a starting point for becoming a CCO. So we get a head start when applying for that, Charlie gushes, clearly keen on explaining his news, almost tripping over the words in his efforts to tell you. Well, apparently from next year, the top 5% of cadets will be taken into a special program to become CCMs, Community Cohesion Managers. And guess who's gonna be in it? He beams at you. That is great news, Charlie. We are all so proud of you. With a grin from ear to ear, he sits back in his seat. Yeah, I'm so glad I joined. I can't wait to tell everyone. You chuckle. I think a celebration is in order. How about we pick up some takeaway on the home? Yes, Soko! And the rest of the car ride is spent with Charlie listing every takeaway he can think of. I'll go for Chinese. I haven't had Chinese in a while. I could go for Chinese. A spark to light the flames. Oh! After coming downstairs to grab breakfast, the peace and quiet tells you that the rest of your family must still be asleep. You decide to eat in the living room and watch TV. Well, you can. Oh, so sorry. Before someone monopolizes it. This is breaking news. Reports are coming in from across the country that large swaths of farmland went up in flame last night, as parts of what authorities are calling a heinous and well-planned act of terrorism by the group known as Disrupt. You drop your spoon back into the porch and turn up the volume. In addition to the food stores which government sources said will put a strain on universal menu centers countrywide, a number of CCO and civic buildings were targeted in last night's attack. According to Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, specific prisons and re-education and betterment facilities were raided, and a small selection of problematic and potentially dangerous individuals were forcibly extradited from lawful custody. Oh my god! Why am I tired? Well, I know why I'm tired. I woke up at 5 and couldn't go back to sleep. You hold your breath, waiting to hear if anyone got hurt. Fortunately, the CCOs were well prepared for an event like this, and Disrupt appeared to be disorganized in comparison. While there were a limited number of fatalities, these were entirely comprised of Disrupt terrorists, with only 3 CCOs reported to be injured in various conflicts across the country. A significant amount of Disrupt activists were arrested and incarcerated, awaiting transfer to a betterment center. More on this story as it develops. You go to turn off the TV. You're interrupted by Charlie walking into the living room, blurry-eyed and eating a piece of toast. Ooh. Anything interesting going on? He gestures to the TV. Usually you leave the news on as they cycle through the story again. Charlie watches it in hushed silence. By the end of the broadcast, they're dubbing it The Night of Fire. Everything is going to be okay, right? Yeah, it's all going to be fine, bud. Meanwhile, it's getting cold in here. Yes! Broadcast time! Let's freaking go! Now this is where the fun part begins. We get the censor and stuff. The Uprising. A year and a half since Liberation Night.
Can you hear me? This is Alan James. The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and to be frank, we need your help. I know you've never been that sympathetic to our cause, but since the bombs, well, you've seen what happened.
Yes.
They have to be stopped, Alex. You know it in your heart, and tonight, well, it might be our very last chance. Play our tape at the second break. It's on your right. And
Second break.
please, when I hack in, let my message reach the people just once, just tonight, before advance can't be stopped.
Because I don't want to go on a date with your cousin.
What have you got?
Oh, hi, Colin.
Will be attempting to learn the
Dignity, my
xylophone in
reputation.
silence.
It's all right once you
And
get
that's
past the
immediately
teeth and the
followed by the
problematic
latest
tattoo.
episode of our
I'm
travel
perfectly
log.
capable of messing up my own love
I'm gonna play their tape,
David
wouldn't get off the phone.
but I'm not gonna let them hack us.
Christ's sake, Colin, stay out of it.
I can help you. I'm an expert at romance.
The
Ask my
territory weather
ex-wives.
report takes us
Please
into the
don't set
daily
me up with your
advance
brother.
briefing.
That's
before
10
we spend
seconds,
the night
everybody.
I'm gonna claim they helped me at gunpoint.
talk.
from Teratech,
Too smart.
accompanied by offensively
Going in
inoffensive
5,
music.
4, 3,
Over to the news
2.
for tonight's National Nightly News.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News, broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight: Ashes to Ashes. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted attacks.
Let's see. What do we get?
The coordinated action, dubbed the Night of Fire by commentators, was seen as an attempt to subvert the supply chain, but there may have been more to it. While emergency services were all kept busy at the agricultural centres, it seems a series of covert attacks was carried out, including the freeing of political prisoners and, sources say, several assassination attempts. The Department of Betterment have declined to comment.
Okay.
Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full
I think
operation,
this is a different
providing
person.
free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20th
So,
war has
of course, we want to
turned
put
into
Advance in a good light, so we're going to give
the
3.
unawakened world. Promising a healthy, nutritious diet designed to keep all citizens at peak performance. the
Of
menu
course, you
centres
know.
used locally sourced produce
I'm gonna
from
make it seem like it helping at Advance, but you know, I don't like them at all.
Happy talk. Record happiness levels have been reported today across the territories. As more and more former countries join the new future, a survey carried out by scientists at Queensview University reveals a stunning fall in depression, self-harm and suicides, especially in those territories which have historically faced the most unjust of divisions. Professors Whiff Piffle and Grantley Major said that their rigorous statistical analysis left them in no doubt that things are numerically better for everyone everywhere. So if you think you're feeling down in the dumps tonight, you're empirically wrong. Something's coming.
That's a good point.
Here in Territory 1 of
I haven't
protests
noticed that yet.
tonight by increasingly desperate disrupt terrorists. Despite the best efforts by the government, the self-styled resistance movement has continued.
I'm gonna make
I'm
gonna make fun of Ellen James.
Increasingly unstable, disruptive person, the conspiracy nut Alan James has not ceased in his lurid attempts to radicalise the public against Advance. And 3 stories we've been obsessing over reached their conclusions today. It's pissed me like it's Christmas. With the overwhelming success of Responsibility welcoming a new age of free love, Svenland-style orgy houses have been springing up throughout the territory.
Orgy houses, hey?
Newest among them is the Fellatio Nelson, which, like so many of its competitors, is run by an entirely female management team. And promises,
Nice.
amongst other delights, a hearty kiss for your one-eyed admiral. Looks like Sophia Remington's time at the top has reached a long, deep, satisfying climax.
Wow.
Svorsborg and Horgan slaughter. A sad end to the tale of the struggling scientists of Dante's Taint today, as reports emerge of a mutual agreement to end it all. With little support from the public and no much-needed supplies from above ground, the academics took the unthinkable decision to drink 18 cans of Diet Stank.
Sparrow, mind deleting the YouTube link?
And what on earth are they putting in that drink?
Please don't put random YouTube links in chat. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Sorry, don't.
Dogged by controversy throughout his life, the trouble
Don't yell at me, system.
more and more erratic in recent years.
Oh.
His tragic and avoidable death at the age of just 29 will come as a blow to his literally tens of fans around the world. All that, plus we'll be taking a trip
9,
to Dangly Park
8,
for the notice
7,
as well as getting a
6.
sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Sorry, I'm not hacking. I'm not letting you hack, Alan. I am. Up, up, up.
But first, 500
Oh, we
days
get
after
Patrick
the loss
Bannon,
of a
yes!
fine leader,
Yes!
a great man. The start of tonight's programme is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park, where Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick,
I don't know what I'm going to do.
we're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Things were better with Peter, weren't they? They
Patrick?
were, and I don't mind saying it. They were. Because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're
Of
live.
course, can't say that, can I, Francis?
Hello, Patrick,
No,
we're
no,
live.
no, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership. These days. Now she's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker. I heard from an aide that... Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what? Hello, Megan, you join me here live from the what?
Seems like we've lost some signal there for a moment. Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, okay, all right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you. I'm Megan. Patrick Bannon, and we are indeed live. Here. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage.
This is gonna be good.
Postman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly.
Got it.
For sake, make sure you make him look good.
I will make him look good.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
And it seems like the ceremony is getting underway. Here is Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night.
Wait, what's happening?
Another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories.
What is happening?
The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December, just 6 weeks after Liberation Night.
Right.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down.
Sorry, people.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy, and hard bloody graft.
What's happened?
Career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later late night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career.
Wow, that's a lot of swear words.
Put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night.
I mean, he was an alcoholic.
He wasn't the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
I first met Peter...
Okay, I'm maybe making him look bad.
20 years ago. Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself. I was young, nervous, desperate.
Sorry, I'll switch more often.
And from behind me, I heard, "Christ, pet, you've either pissed your keks or sprung a leak, but either way, you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them.
Okay, so on every 6 seconds, I'm just gonna switch between the things.
Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly
8, 7, 6.
A good man. This glorious nation of ours, so beautiful and new, this shining beacon of
Thank you, Alex. There'll be another opportunity to steer public perception
Oh,
soon.
I just did random shit.
You'll know when.
despite his accomplishments, despite the future he forged, the boundaries he
What?
forged, the boundaries he
Why are you?
To me, he'll always be the man in his pants, cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference. It is my great honor to give to you.
Fine, I'll like. You apparently I really.
Memorial Garden. Should we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me? 10, 9.
8, 7.
Now, Alex, control the message.
Mom, we have to get you to safety. Come with us.
I'm not leaving, I can't.
Come with us.
I'm not leaving, I can't. Don't panic.
You're hurting me.
Well, stop resisting then. Stop resisting and we'll let you up.
Not resisting.
What are you doing?
Not resisting. You saw. Not resisting.
Turn the camera off. National Night News. We have the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off. I said turn. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Yes. Medics are coming. You sit down.
No, I can't hear you. I'm from the National Nightly News.
Well, then you can consider this payback. Salisbury's still here. Salisbury's still here. Julian Salisbury! You were guilty of the murder of more than 10 million people. Justice demands a response.
Haven't you? Look around you.
Fucking time.
What your precious freedom looks like, is it?
This is bad.
Mom, it was unnecessary. Can't you see? It was unnecessary. Can't you see?
Will you turn that off, please, sir? Will you turn that off, please turn that off. Please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the capital there, exclusively on the National Nightly News.
You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians. People like you and me. So why are you watching this? Why are you not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this? March on team headquarters, storm the building, demand elections, demand answers. Be what you were born to be, the once and future free.
You know what that means by now. Don't go away. We'll be back after this. We'll be back.
Alex, I don't know what else to say.
What? That was. No, I'm not working for Disrupt. I'm just showing the truth.
I say now, I'm down an alley in a dumpster, but that doesn't matter.
Great. So there's a revolution happening outside.
I'm playing Crazy Neil right now. Postman doesn't care about what I did. It just felt, you know, appropriate to show Disrupt there.
It's Crazy Neil with another steal of a deal. We got sticks. We got sticks that do tricks. We got an evil child. This is my young niece, Felicia. Small, nimble, agile. She can get through a
But that was heavy. This is getting really political, and it's wow.
She'll eat anything. Scrap, food off your plate, food out the bin, dog food. This is a steal of a deal to have a family member stealing for you. Buy Crazy Neil. We got sticks. Buy our sticks. Buy our motherfucking sticks.
I love Crazy Neil so much.
Some are squashed, some are ripped up, some aren't even cardboard. Some of them are just grit in a bag.
Alex, during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us
Okay.
is going to get a coded location out. We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know.
Yes,
Keep your eyes
sir.
out for the fist and try and keep it on the air for at least 5 seconds.
Okay.
Operatives will do the rest.
This is your new makeup artist, Craig?
No. What? No.
10 seconds, everybody. Sorry, Craig. Okay, we are going in 5, 4, 3.
Camera 4 is
Welcome back
black.
to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolf. Very shortly, we'll be heading on over to the final episode of what has quickly become a hugely successful feature, the notice board. But before we do, let's chat with Philippa Radin. Tell me, why do you think the public love the notice board so much?
It's real. There, I said it. It connects with people. You know, people look at us and they say, those are real people struggling with real problems.
That's a really interesting point.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying to my...
That was the wrong
PA
camera, whoopsie.
secretary as I got out the limo, I was saying, it's good for people to see normal, authentic people like them on TV.
People like you.
1,
Precisely.
2,
Unfortunately,
3.
then I was interrupted by some dreadful wretch who wanted an autograph, but a swift kicking from security soon put him back in line.
Yes, well, I think it's really good that our screens are filled with such relatable stories. So, the notice board is coming to an end after a sensational time.
Aw, we missed all
What do you think made
episodes.
this show so successful?
It's a combination of so many things. My hard work, my talent, my look.
Wow, you really have a lot to thank you for.
Hey, hey, hey. You have a lot to thank you. You're welcome. Hey, hey, hey.
We've just heard our man's on camera 4.
Not surprised.
I have a real sense of responsibility now. You know, a sense I've been entrusted
1,
with something
2, 3, 4, 5.
I think that's really important, that we should use this platform to do good in the world. I agree.
That's exactly it. So I've decided to help as many...
Excellent work, Alex. That's the location shared. Next, you'll need to give them the go.
Is that better access to education, or reducing child poverty?
I'm gonna do this.
No, by adopting as many as I can get my hands on.
Oh, okay. How many children have you adopted?
Oh, we're well into the double figures now, mate.
Ooh,
I stopped
double
counting
figures.
in the late 30s.
Goodness, that is a lot of children.
Yeah, once we finish putting them into the guest room, I'll have to put a futon in the laundry cupboard.
Oh, you really are some sort of hero.
Hey, I live a privileged life. What can I say?
Let's see if I can see like the fist as well.
Take on is a child rescued from suffering.
Poor children. Were their lives really that bad before?
Oh, they're Normans, I presume so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's shocking to think actually that only 1 in 10,000.
Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. I was spacing out there for a second. I'm so sorry.
I'd never thought of it that way before.
And I'm doing everything I can to fix those numbers.
What do you think it is about your life that's so desirable then?
Well, it's mainly shame and panic interspersed with expensive bottled water, so actually, if anyone wants to, I'd happily trade.
Now that I can relate to. Right, you better go off and get ready. That was Philippa Radin sharing some thoughts about her lifestyle. I think it's really important to stay grounded and keep everything in perspective.
Oh,
Clearly,
everything is
not
black.
everyone else agrees, but that's enough from me. Let's go now over to Dangly Parts for the final ever episode of the Notice Board.
Okay, so my man is on camera 4.
What a day! First the tea morning, and now to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do.
Alcohol, funny. Oh, oops. Meant to do this camera.
Oh! By St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, Laura, it's you. I thought for a moment you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
No, I'm afraid not.
Oops, sorry.
It's just me, a community cohesion officer, responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course, keep forgetting that thanks to you and your colleagues, violence on our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know, it's a disgrace. Somebody has
I'm not gonna lie, Alex. It's a hard fight. But we've got the location out, and now we need you to give our people the go code. For the next 3 sound effects, 3 boos in a row. 3 boos, Alex.
Got it.
They don't call me the Right Reverend. Ripped for no reason.
Sorry.
Yes.
It's no good.
It looks like all those crucifix classes were a
Boo number 2.
time.
Perhaps you, a young CCO, would be able to use it.
2 for 2. Fantastic.
Looks like all those lifting classes were a waste of time.
It's too heavy, even for me. A strong and
You did it, Alex. We're good to go.
to lift this.
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town?
Yes, it's Mr. Algebra.
Hi!
Well done, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferrets struck again last night. When Ray opened the post office this morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked.
God! Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry. We won't let that happen.
Exactly.
Will we, Vicar?
No, no, no.
Will we, Vicar?
No, Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his
I'm super focused.
But really it's because
But secretly, yes, I'm helping disrupt.
he always leaves behind the
Because, you know, I have so much power.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fate. Or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open. Me! Blackout!
Da, 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 da.
Ah, it's the morning of the village fete. It's thanks to the theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look! There's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team setting up for a show that will be far too expensive for live television.
I'm going to set up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
First, I'm running the tombola. Then, I'll be selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Well, that sounded like Mrs. Craven. Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
Damn ferret has struck again!
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no idea how to solve this case.
I guess we'll just have to cancel
Oh no!
the fate.
Hold it right there. Ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you. The Vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day
Oops,
off.
sorry to switch.
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week. I shouldn't have to work 2 days
But how did you know?
Well, my first clue was the smell.
Smell?
I do smell of urine.
Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
Or perhaps eating Mrs. Craven's baking.
Which brings me on to my third clue.
That was too fast.
The vicar said that he had no more room No more room.
Almost as if he'd had his fill.
Precisely.
But you managed to figure it all out from that?
Well, I also found this at the scene.
Don't leave.
That proves nothing. No!
Get him out of here, officer! Get him out of here, officer!
You did it, Captain. You could say you ferreted him out.
Hey, come on. Let's go and have a party in my massive garden. Let's go and have a party. I am doing well.
Thanks to you, we're all doing well.
Yay! Oh, sorry. Hi, Megan.
Well, that was it. The final ever episode of the notice board. And what a way to end it. Thank you
8,
as always to
7,
Jennifer and
6,
After the break,
5,
we'll be both
4,
dancing and
3,
learning.
2, 1.
We'll be right back.
That's the ads. Well done, everybody.
Sorry.
Wow! What a brilliant run, eh? After party at my place.
What bird is this, Alex? I don't remember passing it for broadcast.
I'm at health and gunpoint.
I'm an economist and
I've got 4 kinds of sausage.
You've probably seen me on the news.
Hey, you.
About Advance.
You coming to the after party?
And how progressive their policies are. Well, I was wrong. And I'm here tonight to say
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
That scared me.
I'm not going to lie to you, Alex. It looks bad. I thought the public would come out, that they'd be behind us. Still, can't give up now. One last request, Alex, if you can.
Sure.
One of the next guests is with us. When we get asked, censor her for us, and the final orders will go out. You'll get 3 chances. Please, if there's any humanity left in you.
Sure.
At least twice.
Damn. That is incredible.
See how backwards Advance were. I didn't understand.
I can't
that
undo it.
tearing
Also, this is a fancy VCR right there.
I've been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table. Under Advance, the country is poorer. It is poorer in ambition. It is poorer in
Sorry, Bozeman. Wait, there are people walking here?
infantilized by Advance's
That's new to me.
policies.
Please, Sarah,
Policies
anything.
born
Sorry,
from
Mum, I'm really not supposed to say.
Are we safe?
Hi, I'm
redistributive
Maddie.
fantasies.
Jenny just said to ask if you need a touch-up.
I have
Did
hauled
she?
myself out to the media to defend
That's
the
my shade, is it?
indefensible.
Yeah.
This is
I
my
have
shade.
betrayed my parents. I see that now. Mum, Dad,
You can run back to Jenny
I'm
now.
sorry. Only hope.
Okay, that was funny.
Nothing you
The
can tell
only
me.
hope.
At all, like at all.
They said no one's died,
Now
that's all I can
lies.
say.
10 seconds.
What's wrong with you?
She is in tears. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking Disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to be joined by the cast of the smash hit musical everyone is talking about. I'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Hello? Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning, and we make love every day. We take time alone together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers of a happy life are now beset by weeds.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John.
Oh, dearest John.
There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Wong, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated. The scans revealed a lump.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
Worse, oh, John. We're having a baby.
can this be? Oh, woe is me. Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of safety.
In our tiny flat, we built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked, we're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at book club.
And there won't be any time for foot rubs.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree. And forget about that holiday in Territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30.
That's it's easy like that.
Good night's sleep again. No more snap decisions to go on to a club. You'll be lucky if you even make it out to the pub. Why can't we be more like our gay and lesbian chums?
The only glue they have to deal with comes from personal bums.
Now when I take a sick day at home,
The parasite won't leave you alone.
how he's grown.
We're our top priority.
I look after you, and you look after me.
Like, this is hits on like bass drum hits, and that's really disorienting.
No one wails and no one bawls. No one draws things on the walls.
A happy husband,
A wonderful wife.
we got a childless life. We're having a baby. We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily.
There you go.
Having a baby. No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is
Uh-huh.
uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days. We're having a baby. Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have childless baby.
So this is going on for 10 minutes. Okay.
We're having a baby. No more spas and no more. We're having a baby. 18 years on bills and leaves. Time for a whole new phase. We're having a baby. One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
Amazing. The Novaries there.
That was pretty good.
Treating us to their opening number from Energy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the capital.
What is camera 3
city.
doing?
We'll
Okay.
be touring the territories later this year. Then come on, you guys. Come on down. Let's go. Don't be shy. Hello. Hi, Megan. Hi. It's an honour to be here. Oh, really? Are you fans of the show? Yes, used to be. Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now, I mean, not only do you perform this show every single night,
With matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's
Oh.
creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me. I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Hi,
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boreham Woodley.
Hello, I'm John Sapley. Used to be in the business professionally.
My name's Jill with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest. And I'm Janet.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right? I mean, what a coincidence, right? With your names beginning with a J. With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness! My name's all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's
bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing, but we never mentioned it. And I believe as well as being friends, you're also couples. You know, in real life as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And I'm with John, you lucky bee.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Well, you should have seen the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack, Jen, Janet, Jill, Jen, Janet, Jill, Jen.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man 1.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing.
And gnashing and wailing.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which is less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh God, yeah, that would be very embarrassing, wouldn't it? Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Member Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
It's all been a bit of a roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
Yes, that's your personality.
You don't have to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Well, yes, we all had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful, no singing. So peaceful, no singing.
This piece isn't.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
Okay.
Children.
Censor the orange.
And why you shouldn't have them. In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Having children.
Terrible problem.
You understand, Megan.
You clearly agree.
Understand,
This isn't about me. Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed
There you
couples
go.
watch as the little parasites advance on their lives, and there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie. They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
Very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one. Because
You're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Oh, well said, John. Thanks, Janet. Got you back.
So could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens?
Yeah, that was pretty genius.
It's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and
Yeah, okay. Jenny is being informed, or like she's in being informed. Yeah, that was Morse code.
Singing.
I'm dancing.
A lot.
my character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair. Becoming a target for children's TV advertising at the age of 22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more, though. I probably said too much already.
Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of you. For too long, we've been told that a life without children is something.
Yeah, I thought it was Morse, but yeah, this is pretty genius.
Children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research.
Oh, she was saying specific words. Wait, what was she saying?
Besides, there's already loads of bastards running around all over the place. So.
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14...
Ooh, Patrick Bannon!
Come out.
I wasn't paying attention to what she was saying, I was paying attention to the censoring.
She was an experiment, I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The no voice there. And I'm pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, are you okay?
Thank you, Megan. Thank you. This is Patrick Bannon.
That is not Patrick Bannon.
Tonight's devastating and symbolic attack this evening. An attack which I myself have been found myself caught up in. I'm still a little
Oh, wait. Anything that wasn't bleeped out are the specific words. I got it. Yes. I should probably, like, listen, like, download the stream and, like, cut it up to see what she was actually saying.
I couldn't leave. Not when there were people that...
I might just publish that on YouTube.
Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human. I don't deserve praise for...
That is a clever catch.
Or Palestine. Or lemonade. Right. Or lemonade. So, is the situation now? Are we safe? Is the situation now? Are we safe?
Yes, the security services perform their duties without hesitation.
She's covered in blood.
I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the civilian. Oh, that's good news. Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right.
Did you say
No
deaths?
civilian deaths.
That's right.
Just the four disrupt terrorists curtailed by law enforcement, who were, as always, so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
What the fuck?
Speak there on the camera there. Speak there on the camera.
Stay at home tonight.
Look at what the fuck!
Do not become another casualty of war. Disrupt have had their moment. But, as the dear
What have I-
departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today. It ends.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
I'm gonna play Crazy Neil again.
Strong words of strength. Strong words. Back to the studio. Megan now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight.
What the hell is going on there?
Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Nightly News. But before we go, one final thought. Throughout the programme tonight, we've been receiving reports of disrupt activities throughout the territories. Through a series of coordinated attacks, these terrorists are attempting to undermine Advance's vital work. However, sources at team headquarters have told us that this placid revolution was not only predicted, but allowed to happen. Our government have lured Disrupt out from the shadows, and they are not the overwhelming force they would have you believe. The military have been actioned, and well, it's pretty scary out there tonight, so stay at home.
Yes, we're gonna stay at home and play Crazy Neil again.
Assured this program that the turbulence will soon be over, and we can once again focus our minds
Oh my God.
on the new future with equality, fairness, and respect.
What?
My name is Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
Damn it, Alex. Tonight is the beginning of the fall of Advance.
Oh God!
Granted, old friend.
We are going to detonate.
I can't look away!
Alex, see what you helped make happen.
Oh God!
She's coming down.
Shoot. Unit Eagle advance on target 22. Okay, thank you. When I first booted up this game, never in my life did I expect this to happen. Yeah. Witness successful execution of... Yeah, my broadcast sucks. Received your full wages, current wealth, multiple holidays. Yep, my share is going down. That kind of sucks. Ooh! Ooh, and Channel 1 still loves me. And that's all that matters. Ooh, Disrupt Act. Oh, we haven't unlocked them all. Interesting. Interesting and important review. You arrive at work a little early despite the successful journey in. You still aren't quite sure of everything that happened, though a swarm of CCOs all over the building is anything to go by. This isn't just a Channel 1 matter, but it is confirmed when you are informed you need to speak to Boseman immediately and are escorted to his office. We sit outside, waiting nervously. A few minutes later, the boss man arrives, well shelved and with a stern-looking CCO in tow. Ah, yes, Winston, good. This is Specialist Abel. She will be observing this interview. Please come inside and take a seat. The ruddy-faced man bristles into his office and leaves the door open for you to follow. The few times you've been to here before, it was immaculate. Everything in its proper place. Not so today. It must be serious for Bozeman to be this flustered. So, Alex, do you know why you're here today? Bozeman's eyes are sharp and his gaze is fixed from your face because of Dax. Abel's standing behind you, out of sight, but definitely not out of mind. Not really, no. I wasn't involved with anything that happened yesterday. What happened last night was nothing short of communication of a heinous, outrageous campaign of terror that disrupt I've been reaping on this nation's territories. Bozeman shoots a glance behind to your left where CCO Observer is standing, and it is of course our duty to root out his rot, wherever we can find it, to prevent anything like last night ever happening again. I've been asked by Advance to perform interviews with all staff members involved and will be submitting a personal review of your performance during both the incident in question and throughout your time here. This can only end well. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. Will it though? I'm not too sure. Arranging some papers, Bozeman clears the story and begin. Obviously, a lot happened last night, and I have a number of interviews to conduct today, so I'd rather none of them take any longer than necessary. Please be brief, concise, and clear the answers. You not. Let's start at the beginning of the broadcast, work your way through. The attack at the memorial you seem to have portrayed the terrorists in quite sympathetic light. I showed what was happening, the news, that's our job, right? Yes, of course, and with everything in flux, you weren't to know what would happen next. I'm certainly you did the best you could, Alex, you always do. Exactly. Bozeman scribbles some notes down, the noise of his pen scratching at the notepad, punctured by only the constant tick-tick of the ordinate clock. Hopefully this will all be over soon. Reviewing the broadcast, we noticed something a little odd about a particular camera choice. It was there while everyone was talking. Oh, and to put it, reviewing the broadcast, we noticed something a little odd about a particular camera choice. It was while everyone was talking. Oh, and where did I put it? Ah, yes, here we are. Do you recognize this? With a flourish, Bozeman. Bozeman produced the leaflet from the noseboard and placed it on the desk in front of you. I assumed it was just part of the set. Why else would it have been there and on camera? Well, it makes sense. You aren't responsible for maintaining the set. You can only assume that was meant to be after all. And you get the feeling that at least some of the above was for the benefit of the CCO in the next room. Thank you, Alex. And again, for Abel's benefit. You're so loyal. Not exactly subtle there. There was one thing we noticed during the Night of Notice board. Bozeman picked up. Bozeman picks up some notes inside. He seems to play an odd choice of sound effects relatively early on. Now the script was expecting laughs, but for all three you chose boos. Why did you do that? I felt they were most appropriate choices. Art is subjective after all. Well, of course, obviously. We want all our shows here at Channel 1 to be as successful as possible, and when we allow staff a significant degree of autonomy. I'm sure no one would try to fault you for simply having a different sense of humor. You can see Bozeman is frowning as he writes this, clearly not convinced by his own words. Maybe he likes you more than he thought. How many other people would he be interviewing today? Towards the end of the show, there appeared to be an issue with the censor button. At this point, Bozeman paused for a moment, putting a lid of his pen. How do you explain the fact that you censor perfectly acceptable language in the final segment? I just do what this place tells me. I don't decide what's supposed to be censored. Exactly. I don't decide what is supposed to be censored. I suppose it's certainly possible the machine could have malfunctioned. Much more likely than the malfunctioning of such an incompetent employee. We'll make sure to have maintenance look at it right away. With the price we paid, I expect at least another 20 years, just like the last one. Bozeman chuckles. How many questions do I have to answer? At this point, Bozeman took out a pair of glasses and placed them somewhat delicately on the end of his nose. Then the portly man leaned forward to examine his notes in detail. Now, obviously, we expect the bit odd of interference are avoidable, but however... interference is not the same as terrorist propaganda. Would you care to explain how it found its way on the airwaves? With everything else going on, I just didn't realize it until it was too late. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice Specialist Abel's visibly more attentive, awaiting your boss's rules. Well, it's certainly true that accidents happen, and with the various stresses of last night's broadcast, I don't think anyone could begrudge you a slight drop in attention. Bozeman smiles warmly at you as Abel's return to their passive stance. You offer a strange smile back. A loud creak breaks the growing silence as Bozeman leans back in his chair. The tape of that poor Miss Brightman. Why did you play it? Help me understand. Why did you play? As you meet his gaze, you're almost surprised to see an earnest concern in the man's eyes. I was worried what Disrupt might do if I didn't play it. Yeah, tell them they are terrorists. I'm gonna be honest. I was worried what Disrupt might do if I didn't play it. You watch as Bozeman slowly cleans his glass for answering. Well, at the end of the day, you chose to do it, Alex. I don't know if I'd done the same if I were in your shoes, but I think it's clear enough. You thought it was the right thing to do, and that's all we can ask of you. He clears his throat and leans forward again. Smile once in on his face. I believe that's all I had for you. Anyhow, thank God it's over. I think that's all the information we need for now. Could you leave the room, please? This loss is to the CCO, who grudgingly accepts, and you hear the door close behind it. Look, Alex, I don't know how involved you were last night, and frankly, I don't want to know, but honestly, it doesn't look good. I've done what I can because I like you, but I can't promise it'll be enough. Best to go home now. There's no work for you until you get a new satellite tower up anyway. As you leave, you could almost swear there is sympathy in the old man's eyes. He liked what I did! Yes! Back to normal? Ooh. Whoa! A banquet for some. It's your anniversary, and this year you've got a plan. A week away could just be what the doctor ordered for you and Sam. It won't be cheap. It'd be more than you normally spend, but Sam's worth every penny. Oops! There goes my wealth! Sam still hasn't forgotten that missed anniversary, but you're not made that mistake again in 3 years since. Damn Bozeman. With the trip booked, you even took off. You even took the day off so you could go all out to cook a nice meal from scratch. Fancy! Sam's going to love it! They should be here any minute. Even you and Chris seem to be on the same page for the first time in a year. Maybe it's been long enough for them to forgive you, or perhaps they've decided that they were unfair to ask you. But either way, you're grateful for the newfound peace. They even helped clean up the house today, so when Sam gets back from work, it'll be pristine. You hear keys in the lock and put the final touches in place. As Sam steps into the hallway, you're waiting in the doorway to the kitchen, dressed to the nines and acting nonchalant as possible. Alex, what is all this? Oh my god, what did you clean? And what's that smell? They give you a quick kiss as they step past you into the kitchen, where the banquet is all laid out, candles lit, with Chris and the children standing quietly, grinning. Oh my god, Alex. Happy anniversary, Sam. Happy anniversary, becomes the chorus from your 3 cheerleaders as Sam turns to you, smiling with tears in their eyes. Alex, it's perfect. Sam rushes over and kisses you softly, only breaking off when you get a less than subtle cough from Charlie. So I got officially accepted into the Community Cohesion Management Program, Charlie blurts out. And how do you feel about being grandparents? Susie continues. Wait, what was that? Kidding, I'm kidding. But it might be sooner than you think. Susie laughed as Sam grabbed the doorframe for support. Alright, you two are coming with me before you give your parents a heart attack. We'll see you later. Tomorrow. As in, not tonight. With a wink, they finish ushering Charlie and Susie out of the house. You pull out Sam's chair for them. Why, thank you, Sam says, taking a seat and grinning at you. Sounds like the kids are keeping busy. They shake their head as you take your own seat opposite them. Tomorrow. For now, you didn't really have to do all this, Alex. I know, I wanted to. I love you, Sam. I love you too, they breathe, admiring the panoply of food you've prepared for them. Now where on earth do I begin? They laugh as you pour the first glass of champagne of the evening. You were very lucky to have such a wonderful family. Who could ask for more? An unwelcome discovery. Sam's call had been brief but urgent. Susie was in the hospital and had asked for both of you to come. She's pregnant. Bozeman was surprisingly understanding, telling you to leave work immediately. You'd expect at least some hesitation. When you asked at the front desk, they directed to Susie's room. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You run up the 2 flights of stairs and along the corridor until you find the right room. Another one? That's what, 5? The 2 nurses outside cut themselves off as you push past the room. Sam's at your daughter's bedside speaking with the doctor. Susie's in a medical gown, both faces streaked with tears. What's wrong? What happened? The doctor looks sympathetically towards you as you move to put your arms around the pair of them. Susie should be fine after some time to rest. However, I'm afraid we were unable to save the baby. Oh no! That is so sad! Sam hugs Susie as your daughter begins to break down into tears. That is terrible. I know it is hard to hear right now, but it looks like it could be difficult, if not impossible, for you to conceive. Again, I am terribly sorry. And if you have any questions at all, I'll just be outside. Whoa. That is heavy. The 3 of you are left alone in the room, looking tight as if that somehow could fix this. Your poor little girl. You wish there was something you could do. Anything, but there isn't. For now, all you can do is hold her close and protect your daughter as best you can. This game hits in the emotions. Holy shit. A job down. Let's go. Everything's ready, and you and Sam have been trying to watch Bullet Man for years, but you missed it in the cinemas and it seemed to be in stock when one of you went to pick it up for the VHS. Now you're just waiting for them to get home so you can start. You hear the front door open as you pull a bowl of popcorn on the coffee table. We're all ready to go. Get your butt in here! Sam comes down with a vacant stare, ignoring both film and snacks as they sit down next to you. You actually have to nudge them to break their stupor. Or supper. I don't know what that word is. Sam, what is it? I've been let go from work. Sam is just staring into space. Apparently, there isn't just need for 2 nursery teachers anymore. Not enough children, so they can't justify the expense. Stupor. Thank you. We're pouring a stew. Honey, I'm so sorry. It'll be okay. You'll find another place. No, you don't get it. isn't just any demand for younger teachers anymore. Not just here, anywhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do, what we're gonna do. You pull Sam into a hug. It's alright. With what we've saved, we should be okay for a little while. Technically not negative. Oof! Oof! I guess you're right. I just hate putting this burden on you. Sam pulls back and looks at you. But I'll find something, I promise. We're a team. They laugh. God, I can't believe I just said that. I sound like a bloody advance first. You chuckle. We are, though. And we'll get through this together. You flick Bulletman on, finally finishing the film after years of build-up. It's a typical Hollywood blockbuster. Not the best sold on his writing, but enjoyable nonetheless. Later that night, long after Sam's fallen asleep while cooned in the duvet, you'll find yourself wide awake thinking about money. How long will your savings actually last? Well, we were a janitor, weren't we? I'm curious as to what's gonna happen. Jelf is just the worst. That's what it says right there. The sterility. 3 years since the uprising.
Hello, Alex. Here we are again. I know things aren't as exciting as they used to be, but Advance's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day initiative should add a bit of spice to the mix. We make do, eh?
An emotional collapse after the birth of their unexpectedly large family. At 9:15.
Ooh, wait, this is a new system. This is fancy. Look at that. No more wood. Is this all been removed as well? Oh, Advance logo is here. Oh no.
Where the ever popular Prime Minister reads extracts from her diary in front of a warm fire.
1, 2, 3, and 4. The labels are still there though. That's nice.
Drama series Betterment, which tells the inspirational story of Emily Dennisworth and the brave doctors and technicians struggling to help her shed her old habits and adjust to the new future. Strong language and themes of selfishness there, so not one for the kids.
Don't talk.
Incisors is at 11:15, and Dr. Adrian Atkinson
we don't believe
will be
it.
looking back
Alright,
on
come and sit next to
Liberation
Mum.
Day by talking to several
what?
eyewitnesses
Just
and
days.
asking, how did it all go so right? That's followed by the Territory
Atta
Weather
girl.
Report, Advanced Briefing, and
10
pages
seconds,
from Terra
everybody.
Tech, now featuring up to 16 simultaneous colours.
Explains so much.
Okay,
I like this new set.
5, 4, 3.
Glasses as we go over to Megan and the team at the end.
Good evening and welcome to the NNN. I'm Megan Wolf. And who's this, you might be wondering? Well, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day here at Channel 1. So I'm joined tonight by my foster daughter, Stacey. Say hello, Stacey. Go fuck yourself. Say hello, Stacey. All right then. Here are the stories that matter to you. First up, with Advance confirming that the nuclear fallout from the 20-week war is to blame for the drop in birth rates across the territories, we asked you what keeps you going. I know that I, for one, was quite deflated when I heard about
I think I'm
this,
going
but
this one.
reading all your submissions has really put the smile back on my face. This is from Sonia in Larkfordshire. I've had plenty of time to fill, so I've started a new hobby. Since I started knitting, I barely remember that 85% of the country is sterile. My record is this scarf. It's
That's a freaking long scarf.
long. Thank you for that. And if you've started a new hobby, do write in and tell us about it. Next up, you know how we love your uncanny comestible coincidences. And I don't know about you, but I think this one really takes the biscuit. I'm not sure what I'm more impressed by, Stacey. The things our viewers spot are the unbelievable way our menu centres are now able to feed every team member every single day. Greg from Proddington has sent us this lovely photo of their breakfast, saying, I couldn't bring myself to eat my toast this morning because I could swear it bore the spitting image of the great Julia Salisbury's relatable face.
Ugh.
Do with a plate of butter and 2 spoonfuls of jam. Do keep those coming in. Can you have a go? We've just got time for one more of your stories. This one is an inspiring story of rehabilitation. That's it, just Tell us who it's from. That's it. Yeah, and then read it out. Tell us who it's from. Yeah, and then read it out.
Apparently, this is from Sherry Intendant. Here I am, just 6 months out of betterment. I'm healthy, sober and working thanks to the facilities I had access to on the inside. I'll never have to go back to my old life of stealing cars and burning down charity shops. I just wanted to share.
We absolutely love hearing the way our neighbours and team members have been able to become better people. So do let us know your stories here. You can do this bit, Stacey.
No, you're right.
Come on, give it a try.
Oh.
Let us know your stories here at the NNN.
Yes, it's the No Nut November.
Pace coming up here. You'll need to use the S effect buttons for the next segment, but Advance have already selected when and what to use. Simple stuff. Just follow your government orders.
Yes, I will. Okay, there you go.
First up tonight on the NNN, it's time to celebrate this week's Teen Lottery winners live from the Shakespeare Theatre right here in the capital. We're going to hand over to Julia Salisbury. I suppose you don't think much of her either, eh, Stacey?
She's got a lot more going for her than you wankers.
Okay. Surprising vote of approval there from Stacey. Let's go live to that right now. Let's go live to that.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's Team Awards. Of all the many duties I have as team leader, this is by far the most pleasant. As I so often say to you, the uneven past is now, following the demise of Disrupt, firmly behind us. This is the new future. And I say to you, it's better now. I am delighted to be joined here tonight by one of the oldest people in Territory 1. He was born over 107 years ago. Please give a warm team welcome to Alfie Tatchbadger. So, Alfie, you must have seen so much in your lifetime. What have been some of the highlights? Alfie? Alfie? Is he all right? Is he all right?
His hearing aid isn't turned on. His hearing aid isn't turned on.
Could you turn it on?
He says it drains the battery.
Well, will you tell him that we'll buy him a brand new battery after the presentation?
Yeah, he says that's fine then. Yeah, he says that's fine then. And I will help him with that. Yeah.
If you would.
I will help him with that.
Sorry, can't get the staff.
We got it. We got it.
So, Alfie.
What?
You're 107 years old.
Oh, don't bloody remind me.
Would you like to tell the audience what that's like?
Where is everybody? Where is everybody?
Out there, in the dark. Oh, bless him, it's not just the ears.
Who are you? 2 sugars, please.
I'm Julia Salisbury, the Prime Minister.
Oh.
Who are you really?
No, I really am the Prime Minister. I really am the Prime Minister.
You're a
woman.
You're a woman.
Women can do anything men can do these days, Alfie.
Oh, can you piss standing up?
I can't say I've ever tried.
No, I didn't think so. 2 sugars, please, and not too much milk.
Shall we get to the awards, Alfie?
Are you going to ask me about my life?
Well, I'm not sure we have enough time left now for that.
When I was 9, I wanted a pet, so I asked me mum and pap. There was no television then. Yeah, you know, we made our own entertainment out of coal and roadkill.
Well, that's
So they got me a pet, see? But it weren't a dog. They told me it were a dog, but it were a stone.
A stone?
Yes. So I called it Pat, which was a popular name for a dog back then, on account of the king having a patchy face. And I decided to introduce him to pretty little Gertie Thimble, who lived up the road.
I'm gonna make a good broadcast. That's what I'm focused on right now.
Threw my dog in the river. That was the day I decided I'd never marry.
And that's the secret to your long life?
Oh no, I've been married 7 times. Divorced 8.
What?
There was a mix-up with number 3, see? Yes, I'm just lucky. Are we going back to the home soon?
Soon, Alfie. First, let's turn to the reason we're all here. The weekly Territory 1 Team Awards. First up tonight is a lady who really knows how to put in the extra hours. She works at a transition centre in Handle-Bandlebury, and she has single-handedly allowed more families to unburden each other than any other nurse in Territory 1. In the uneven past, she'd have been locked up. Tonight, she is being honoured as a team player. Please welcome Daphne Snister.
Are you here to train me?
Just give her a medal, Alfie. There's a good boy.
Doctor, 2 sugars. And don't let it steep too long.
I think you're supposed to give me one of those.
Well,
There he goes. Look.
I can't get the arms up any higher. You'll have to go down.
Thank God those fractious times are behind us. And now the territories are thriving.
Are we in? As the actor said to the bishop.
Yes, thank you. Got it from here.
Well done. Daphne Snister, everybody. Now, open your envelope and find out what you've won. Don't hold back there. She's tougher than one of Peter's homemade Ethel's cakes.
Got it. I've won a holiday for 2 in Territory 15. Used to be called San Palmerino, didn't it?
I believe it did, yes.
Why couldn't we have stuck with that then? It's easier to remember.
We're all one nation now.
Oops.
Isn't it still on fire?
Daphne Snister, everyone.
Oh, what about my change? I've been in these white fronts for 3 days now.
We'll get to that, Alfie. Next up tonight is a couple
Interesting.
finally, who, after a rocky start losing their family's ill-gotten gains to the Assets and Wealth Act, have really embraced the new future, setting up a community farm and petting zoo in their local area for all the local children to play. Please welcome Otho and Lobelia, Jackson Randy-Gannet. Medals, Alfie.
You know, when I was in the trenches, I had a pal called Scotty Wilson.
I love Alfie.
So I didn't understand a bloody word he said, but he were my best mate.
Probably for the best.
And his best mate was Smudger Aves. There was him, Fiddly Eric, Unstable Terry, and of course, Leggy Sydney. She were a girl, but she had a boy's name, so they shipped her to the front anyway. First girl any of us has ever seen close up. She's dead now. They all are. Smudger and Scotty never made it home. Fiddly got shanked in Frankfurt prison in argument over an olive. And Terry, yeah, quite home. Sydney got a fatal skin condition. Scratched herself to death. Just makes you think.
Thanks, Alfie. Great contribution. So, Otho and Lobelia, a petting zoo.
After we lost all our wealth, we discovered there were actually people who had never even owned a pony. so we decided to do something about it. That's the type of people we are, you see. Advantage of a private education, probably.
Well, I'm sure we could debate that all night, but there's no time. So, let's see what you've won. Yes, absolutely. Every citizen of the new future has my ear.
When advance came to power, you took all of our wealth. You took the shirts off of our backs.
Quite literally, in my case, I used to collect shirts.
You might as well have the rest of it, too.
Oh, security!
Oh God, not again. If I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Bennies and the news are not good bedfellows. Keep those flappy bits off my channel, Alex.
And better. And you are? And better. Oh, no.
Oh. It isn't right and it isn't fair.
You tell him, girl. That's my wife, you know. Only you don't.
You can't mix pearls with swine. It isn't right. We used to have 3 horses sent on defense on home.
Oh, hey, that's Fenton.
And now what have we got? 2 mangy goats, 1 mongrel dog called Kenneth, and a rooster that won't bloody shut up!
Can we get this over quickly with, please?
As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, here we go again. Hello, Alfie Badger. Pleased to meet you.
Stop them!
Oh, don't worry, love. I'll protect you. Oh.
You better break their ruddy nose.
You know, this reminds me of when I was in the 20s and we go to the promenade at Shining-on-Sea.
Love Alfie. Love the character already.
Everything was black and white then, of course.
Yes, makes sense.
The penny arcade and came in a block of
Oh!
lard to take home to the family. You couldn't buy lard in those days. You had to win it. Oh, it was so much simpler back then. Boys were boys, girls were girls. Everyone else was recruited by the circuses.
I didn't do anything.
There were loads of them, you see, circuses, with their big tents and their candy floss. You'd hear the music, the pipe organ, drifting over the nearby fields. My mum used to call it the most magical sound in the world. This was before she lost her hearing after giving a particularly loud round of applause. Did you ever go to the circus?
What's that, Alfie?
The circus, don't go. Just the tea, pet. Just the tea, pet.
Well, that was an unexpected dose of naked nostalgia. Some people simply can't let go of the past. That's why I look in joy and fervent admiration at the younger generation. So cohesive, such a team. And with fertility falling throughout the territories, we should value our fabulous new generation now more than ever. Our final winner tonight is a go-getter who really went and got him, helping to root out more than 170 disrupt collaborators in his own neighbourhood. Since then, he's gone on to be a senior cohesion cadet leader and organised all of the entertainment at last year's Camp Cooperation. Our final winner tonight, Edwin Neverley.
Oh, Alfie
You should be in a transition centre, you old non... Prime Minister. It's an absolute pleasure to finally meet you. We're very similar, in my opinion. We're very similar.
Well, I've never been much of a role model.
Nonsense. Prime Minister, you have saved this country. Prime Minister, you have fought enemies, foreign and domestic, with 9 fists.
Wait, is that my son?
Your own tiny fists are by.
Well, let's open the envelope and find out what you've won. Maybe it'll be a fist enlargement.
A year's internship as a behaviour coach at Betterment. Let's show the fools where they went wrong, eh?
Well, actually, Betterment is about rehabilitation, Edwin.
Oh, that one.
And if they won't reintegrate, we retaliate. Just like you did at Liberation Night. Thank you for this award. And for this award. Stay vigilant. Report the non-cohesives. Be a team player.
That concludes tonight's award fair. Join me next week when hopefully...
Okay, getting ready to switch to camera 3.
Back to you, Megan.
Prime Minister Salisbury there at a highly eventful team awards ceremony. Any thoughts on this week's winners, Stacey?
The nurse was fucking scary, the preteens were saggy, and that little prick will never lose his virginity.
Succinctly put there, if a little profane. After the break, we'll be going live to a star-studded premiere. You won't believe who's on the red carpet tonight. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back after this. And we're out.
Oh, Alex, one other... What's that? You're off already? I know you had to take the day off work for Junior, but... Oh, I see. No luck still with Theodore. I'm so sorry, darling. Of course. I'll speak to you later.
Yes.
Oh, Alex, completely forgot what I was going to say. Blast it all. You're lucky your Susie is outside the catchment area and exempt for today.
Okay.
Disaster.
Yeah, so all we have are advanced tapes.
Are you receiving us?
Are you fucking with us? Oh, right. So she can swear.
Yes, she can swear. Aww. That was such a good song. Yeah, so this is just propaganda. Wow.
So, Patrick and Robin are just going to grab the can and put these generic links in your computer and move it all together.
They do know I have a Queensview degree in journalism.
Like, this switch is still like active, but the others never work. Oops.
Heat rash.
Yep.
Ah, there she is, just in time too.
10 seconds, everybody.
What have you been up to? What's it to you?
And we are...
What is going on? Hold up. Ah! Yes. That'll do it. Don't know if you can see it. Low battery. Yep. I was like, where is my audio? So far for wireless audio. And so far for my hat. It is time to switch back to my good old headphones. Hello! And kaboom! Let's continue.
Going in 5,
4, 3, 2.
Welcome back. Stacey's still here.
Wishing she wasn't.
Poor Stacey.
And in this segment, we're delighted to have sent Robin and Patrick to the movies. Yes, tonight is the world premiere of The Automated, starring Lawrence Blunderclash.
Oh, Blunderclash is back!
Canterbury Boat Shoe. And all the stars are out tonight. We first covered this film almost 5 years ago, back when it was called The Medicated.
Yes, I remember that, The Medicated.
The film was suddenly pulled the night before its release. Well, since then, executive producer George Focus has spent 5 long years polishing the film and turning it into a special edition and premiering tonight with extensive state-of-the-art visual effects
8,
and a top
7,
quality voice
6,
team. George said
5,
the movie he always
4.
wanted to make. Now, let's take a look at it.
Oh, what?
I can't deconstruct it. I can't deconstruct it. I can't deconstruct it. My box.
Is this a wig?
You think I don't grow that? You think I don't grow that?
That's an interesting move.
I'll kill you. Think of Seth, I'll kill you.
There's something on your face, Chief Harrison.
Those sure are visual effects.
I wish you were real, baby. Flesh and blood, baby.
Captain Quasar.
But you're just ones and zeros, baby. If only I'd noticed.
Captain Quasar.
You rusted,
Quasar.
but I didn't notice.
Come on, interference. I got this.
Got one on you.
God damn it, lost it all.
Here's a map.
Like, so I've looked at like speedrun.com for this game just for the memes, and like,
So head north on Interstellar Avenue.
This is just like basically a visual novel. You can't really speedrun it. Yet people are doing it, and the first act is like an hour.
Shut it down.
So I'm like, should I just submit it like once to BSG for the memes?
But we have to ask
Maybe like after annual, just like learn it and then submit it for the memes. I think that would be funny. Right. Oh, God.
Gosh, thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey? Thrilling stuff. What did you think, Stacey?
The robots were alright.
They certainly were. Let's go over to Robin Short now in Western Square, who I believe has got the star of the show. Robin.
Right, you, shall we?
Yes, we are live from Western Square with a man who needs no introduction.
Lawrence Blunderclatch!
How has your evening been so far?
Magical, absolutely.
Oh, for frick's sake.
My most dear friends all gathered here to celebrate my work. One really couldn't ask for much more. Good one.
Well, on that note, with award season just around the corner, are you hoping to add to your collection for a third time?
Well, I really couldn't say. But if the association
What do you want?
honor me for a fourth time,
Okay, and down again.
it's really not for me to say.
See, normally this is like a 4-people job.
But I know of 3 little gold
Oh.
men who are getting rather lonely.
Absolutely.
Because I've won 3.
Absolutely.
3 little awards.
And each more deserved
Come on.
than the last. Well, it's safe to say
Latch on.
It has gone supersonic in the last couple of
Latch
years.
on, latch on, latch on.
Stephen only yesterday.
That was perfect.
Stephen Spellman. The Stephen Spellman.
Fly, fly up.
Lovely chap. I mean, unbelievable.
Come on, I got this, I got this, I got this.
Stephen, you know, this has
Oh,
really
that was
been
out.
Quite the ride. But you know what he said? Quite the ride. He agreed with me.
And down again.
Wow. And what do you attribute your success to?
Well, if we're talking actual numbers, I'd have to say 60% talent, 30% looks, and 10%
That
passion.
looks.
Brackets general. Not to mention
What are you gonna do next? I'm back.
on election night. That really was the start of it all. That and my own range of sick bags. Lawrence's chum to catch.
Wow. Who could forget? Well, it's been
Okay, there we
great
go.
talking to you as always. Thank you so much. Well, Patrick Bannon should be with Lil C for a conversation that doesn't involve vomit. Patrick!
Thank you, Robin.
Oh, apparently you can. I know.
Billy Bob Jean Short.
I know. Based on the based on I think what you played. So when I figured that out, that's why I. Oh, frick. That's why I've been playing like Crazy Neil so much. Hoping
Put me in charge.
that I get Crazy Neil.
Well, the courts have. They gave you stewardship over her estate, her finances,
Oh.
her internal soul. Praise Craglaw.
Praise Craglaw. Wow. But is she coming just because we've got some questions for her?
Well, she might be along later, but as our legal and spiritual guardian, I'll be happy to answer any questions on her behalf.
And Lil D, was it? Well, you look
Wasn't it Lil C?
Oh, thank you. You know what? I feel great.
Well, who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Little C and you could be too.
Really?
Little C's new line launches tonight. This is one of my favourite looks. It's called...
Oh, right, Lil C and Lil D.
Hard to spell though.
But of course, Lil C is basically fashion royalty now with a veritable clothing empire
Right,
to her
okay.
name.
There are
Yeah,
just two different
the
people.
label's gone from strength to strength since our initial TV launch.
Yeah, that's right.
So really, we have all you to thank for all this.
What are you gonna do next?
This hat cost more than my second jet. Feel that?
Okay. Great for your hat. Don't really care about that. I'm wearing a BSG hoodie.
The youngest self-made success story ever.
And do you have any advice for anyone wanting to follow?
Like, I don't know if I've said this on stream before. I probably have, but like, I want to build a controller, custom, that can actually like integrate with the game. And I probably have to mod the game for this to like get the inputs and outputs. And I just want to see if I can get like a proof of concept and see if the devs are up for like giving me some access to some APIs.
Sure you can imagine a
25, she's far too old for pop music now. She can't
Oh.
keep up with these young stars. So,
Oh, Lil C is too old for pop music. Got it.
later this year. And then her farewell tour the year after that. That's her last chance to see her. So, until the reunion tour and then the classic tour. But it's been a long and varied career.
Right, reunion and classic tour. Right, yeah.
Oh, and if her health span...
Nice commentary on society there, though.
What's wrong with her health? Oh, what's wrong with her health? Yes, her health. Her health. And it's surprisingly expensive treatments. Curse you, Zaytan! Damn your intergalactic justice! Damn your intergalactic justice!
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, we better be letting you get back. Those babies aren't going to sell themselves, or possibly at all. Billy Bob, Lil C, D, thank you so much for joining me, and do pass our best wishes to Lil C.
Who?
Oh my god.
Now, it looks like Robin is with a music legend who actually is irreplaceable. Is that who I think it is, Robin?
It absolutely is.
It's Jesus!
How are you?
Yeah, you know, I'm good. I'm great.
Oh, for frick's sake.
To me, silencing the truth.
Are you referring to your attempt to incite violence against the democratically elected leaders of this country on live TV?
Yeah, exactly. And instead of being held a visionary, my management and agent, they all dropped me.
Oh, no.
You can't break me when you didn't make me, you understand? See, I'm the voice. I'm the hope. You can lock me up. Call the doctors, but only the moon.
I accidentally scrolled up.
So, what have you been
There.
up to since your team cut ties with you?
You know, keep building, keep moving. I'm actually working on a track right now. Written, recorded, directed, all by myself.
He's directing a track. Interesting.
Hear a bit of it? I know I'd love to hear it, and I'm sure the people at home would love to as well.
Yeah, sure, of course. Give me the mic. Yo. The news tried to shut my mouth. But it won't be long until they go south.
Ooh.
Because my name's Big J and you can't stop me. See, no censorship can stop me. See, that's all I've got at the moment.
Did you just rhyme me with me?
No! Daddy promised this wouldn't happen again. You're supposed to clap and say, well done, Julian, well done. Thank you.
Yes, well done, Julian.
Now, ask people that question. Now walk away.
Oh, hi, Megan. Welcome back.
Is it true that you're heir to a hotel chain?
What? Where did you hear that?
And that you're very much alive parents
La, la, la,
currently
la,
on the
la,
run
la,
from
la,
a massive
la, la,
financial
la, la,
holding.
la.
Oh, I'm sorry. Trying to censor me?
That's payback!
Oh, Jesus there. It really does seem to be going from strength to something. There are just so many stars here tonight, Megan. It really is the who's who of whatever here. I'm going to see if I can grab a moment with someone rather special. I hope you're not too jealous, Megan. Back to you.
Thanks, Robin. But I think Stacey and I are probably in quite enough trouble where we are. So, three big names there, Stacey.
Yeah, big names.
Any thoughts about them, maybe from your generation's perspective?
You won't like my opinions.
Go on, try me.
Yeah, come on.
Well, Bumbadonk is so old he's like 1 week away from a transition. So who cares? And Lil C was cool when I was like 12 or something, but now she's just another fucking loony. And Jesus is a disrupt-loving wanker who should have died with the rest of them 3 years ago.
You're right.
Oof.
You agree with me?
No, you're right. I don't like your opinion. But we can go back to Patrick now, who has another familiar face to catch up with. Oh, Patrick, what's the atmosphere like there?
It's absolutely buzzing here, Megan. The anticipation is killing us. But a little birdie's told us that any moment now we should get a glimpse of someone.
Wait, is that Katie from College Humor?
A favourite destination for many of the fans. Yes.
That looked like Katie from College Humor.
Arriving literally any second now. No sign of him yet, but as you can tell, the atmosphere here really is something else.
Who the hell is that?
Patrick Bannon, NNN. What
What's it been like since Bumley got so popular?
Well, it's been wonderful. The tourism numbers have exploded thanks to the marketing campaign. Investors have plowed millions into the
I
town.
have no clue who that is. And no, and no achievement has popped up yet, as far as I know.
Not all bums and roses. It's almost impossible to get a good look at the whole these days. The crowds are unbelievable. It's a bloody marvellous hole.
And how have you found public service?
Well, to be frank with you, it's been the greatest honour
Come
of
on.
my life to serve the town.
What else are you gonna do? I am watching this graph so carefully.
To the quiet elegance of the vomit-soaked car park outside the 24-hour purchase.
And going back down, I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance.
Let's talk to the mayor now. Excuse me, sir. Can you tell us a bit of what it's like to be elected to such a prestigious office?
Gonna talk like a
Do you
man?
have any words for your legions of fans out there? Stoic, but blistering honesty from the Right Honourable Peanut T. Fortescue there, and his PA.
A proclamation. Quickly, fetch your policy bag.
Okay, the dog shit on the carpet.
Yes, sir. We'll get it ratified at once.
Well, there you have it, Megan.
Oh.
What an honour to literally see local government at work there. I'm still in shock. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Patrick. What a colourful interview there on what looks like an amazing night. They certainly
Meet the mayor of Bumley at the red carpet. Okay.
And the automated really does seem to have
Well,
unstoppable written all over
I have
it.
no idea
Horsey in Hours magazine calling it
why he was there, but hey, I guess those are the choices I made.
in a review which ends with the words, and he hasn't even had the decency to see it through. The film, which is free to all residents of the territories, has seen record pre-bookings and looks set to
Ooh,
run
what is
for
the number
months
3?
and months, but let's go back to those lucky few seeing it tonight. Oh, I'm so jealous. Robin, I'm so jealous. Robin.
Well, it's certainly not my average evening, Megan. And
I cut a little bit too soon there, but I don't care.
or possibly infamous CEO Sophia Rimington.
Oh, Rimington. Hi, Rimington. Yes.
Don't wear it out.
I was watching you, little graph. I was preparing for this.
From Remington's fist case. Our clothes.
This could probably be like a touchscreen in like a real controller, so you could slide your finger up and down and left and right.
And they're handmade by blind former fisherwomen.
Or like actual like sliders.
It's inspirational.
And so tonight's film, The Automated, is hyped as a cautionary tale. Will your company be taking that warning?
Well, it's funny you should ask that because recently we had the science guys in to reflect on that unfortunate incident with the toy a few years ago.
Ah, yes, Mr. Snugglehugs.
Right, snuggle hugs. That was fun.
We said, what if instead of a deadly toy, we make a softer, more feminine version, you know, slap a wig on it or something, and teach it how to love. I mean, the technology is still decades away from where we actually need to pull it off, but it's a dream worth chasing, don't you think?
That's a very thin modulation.
Well, that depends. If it's sleeping with the family dog, probably not. Sleeping with the family dog.
How did you know about that dream?
What? She was
It
joking.
was one time at flute camp, and I haven't licked a toad again since.
It was just an example.
Of course it was. Of course. I knew that. Obviously.
Yeah, there you go. That's plenty of amplitude. We need more amplitude always.
Of course. Of course.
Well, I should probably.
Yes. Yes. Right, you are.
Too, you know.
The movie. Right. Yeah.
So I'll just.
Yes. Definitely. Yes. Definitely. And I'll throw it back to the studio. Go hide under my duvet for a couple of months in shame. Megan?
Thanks, Robin. Lucky you, and enjoy the movie. The Automated opens
Time to
in
play
cinemas
B.
across the territories
Right?
this weekend.
Yes.
On a star-studded event. Hey, Stacey? Star-studded event.
cares?
Hey, Stacey?
Yes, who
No one
cares?
goes to the cinema these days.
Of course.
No one goes
We'll
to
be
the cinema
back
these days.
after these
Of course.
messages. We'll be back. I still go to the cinema.
Get yourself a video recorder, like the one at the home.
I kind of do want to go to the cinema and like watch that new Deadpool movie. but also the trailer does not inspire confidence. It really seemed like, yeah, Deadpool is part of Marvel now, and Doctor Strange is gonna show up, maybe Spider-Man. Actually, no, Sony owns Spider-Man, it's probably not. But like those portals were in the trailer, and I'm like,
Apparently it's medicinal.
I just want a Deadpool movie, and it's awesome that Wolverine is there. Like, just keep the rest out of it, Disney.
Oh, don't worry. It's so cool.
It's what now?
Producing more and faster than
Oh,
ever
here's
before.
Megan. She's going to be interviewing you.
Hello. Hi.
This is
To focus on our inner lives.
This is Stacey.
So yeah, that's my opinions on the new Deadpool movie in a nutshell. Trailer looks cool.
No, I'm sorry, but if we can't be polite, you're going to have to wait in the dressing room.
We are strong together as a community,
Whatever.
a team.
Do you want to go and wait in the dressing room?
Divisive despots beyond our borders for whom cohesiveness is an alien concept. Every
Okay, so she won.
across these territories, neighbours support neighbours, and friends reach out to friends, strengthening and protecting each other.
10 seconds.
Sit up straight. You're ruining my show.
Through unity.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
Oh.
Fucking right, Noko. What's that? What's Noko? What's
Going in
Noko?
5, 4,
Yeah, what is Noko?
3.
Welcome back. For our final segment tonight, Stacey and I are delighted to
Oh.
be joined by Heat Rash.
Their new album, Girls and Why We Love Them All, comes out this weekend. So, let me see if I can get this right. It's Nolan,
I wrote the song.
Ronnie.
That's what it says on my tattoo.
Oh, you got a tattoo of your name on yourself. Okay.
In case he forgets it.
This raconteur, you must be Chinny. Why do they call you Chinny?
It's because of this ugly old thing.
I don't know what you mean. God, you're so fucking embarrassing. Dale. Crikey, Dale, you do not look old enough to be in a band.
I get that a lot. I'm actually 23, the oldest one. I'm actually 23.
How are you 23?
God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that.
It's so cool, PT. I was only messing with you. He's actually 58.
Okay, right, I see. You're going to be a handful, are you, boys? You must be TP. What does TP stand for?
Tiny prick.
It stands for team play.
Team play.
How long have you had that nickname?
Ever since Nolan decided Terry Prodance was a shit name for a member of a boy band.
Oh, sorry.
No co Ronnie.
Yeah, no co Ronnie.
No co Ronnie.
Sorry, what does no-co mean?
It's the opposite of
Soko.
It's the opposite of Soko.
Fuck's sake. Soko. Yeah. So cohesive. Yeah. So cohesive. You pretees say. You pretees.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Stacey.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Stacey. I'm sorry about her.
Not your fault. She's uneven.
So you guys met through a popular show on one of our rival channels, didn't you?
Yeah, Team Players with a Z.
Exactly.
So how did that work then?
Well, actually, Dell and I knew each other from school. We were actually classmates. And
Fuck's sake, Nolan, mate. Give someone else a chance. We all went on Team Players. We all auditioned. The judges put us into bands. And yeah, we went to their houses and they just put us into bands. Yeah.
it's an example of how we're greater than the sum of our parts when we work in.
Whatever, this is kind of breaking.
So every week on the show, they get these bands and they give them a song that the producer just found from under the bin somewhere.
Actually, I write the song.
And the public would phone in and decide which song they like best.
Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Right, and then the losers would be eliminated. Yeah.
Mum.
What?
No-co. PT. So no-co.
The band who get the most approval get to play their song again.
Sure.
Sure. Mum.
So what do I keep doing wrong?
We don't use the L word anymore. We don't use the L word anymore. Would you please stop saying that? Would you please stop saying that?
That word is a pejorative. It's a word designed to diminish. At Go Getters, I learned very early that we only win when everybody wins.
But, sorry, that's not real life, is it? That's just sports board. That's not real life, is it? That's just sports.
I thought you were Soko.
Yeah, I
thought you were Soko.
I am Soko.
Nah, you're a shrinker. Can't be friends with shrinker.
She doesn't know what you're talking about. She doesn't understand.
I do understand, actually, Stacey.
What's a shrinker?
Oh, I feel this. The amount of times I'm on the Urban Dictionary these days.
Pre-territories.
Someone who turned 18 before the new future. We call you pretees.
Uneven.
Mimi.
Nonks.
Mimi.
It's not her fault she's old. She can't help it. It's not her fault she's old.
I'm
trying to help you here.
I don't think I need your help.
See?
I don't think I need your help.
See?
Is that so?
Total Mimi.
Yes, obviously. Yes, obviously.
Drama! Drama! 2.
You know what the real problem with you lot is? You just can't get over the fact that your beloved Disrupt are gone and you just don't fit in anymore. But the truth is, Disrupt were violent, no-co, bricks being led by a fucking psycho. I'm glad they lost, and you should be too.
Listen, not everyone over 30 supported Disrupt, Stacey.
Not everyone, no, but one fuck-off lot of you did.
So go, Stacey. So go, Stacey.
We've all learned maybe a little bit more than we expected to there. I'm genuinely delighted to have met you, Rash. And before we end the show tonight, I think you're going to sing for us, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. We're going to sing a song from Girls and Why We Love Them All called Pieces of My Heart, which is about a real relationship I have with an actual girl.
Oh, no one give it a rest, mate. No one cares. Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
Go on, let's get on these stools, lads.
Right.
So, Stacey, can I get your contact?
Oh, she's 15. Go on, piss off and sing your song, Terry.
Right, you are.
That was funny.
So, here they are with their latest single, Pieces of My Heart. Are you excited, Stacey?
Not for me, no. I only listen to blip music. And a bit of jizzcore.
Jizzcore.
Pop music.
Oh yes, I know I meant to mention this earlier. Apparently these newfangled boy bands change singer all the bloody time. Try and follow along, eh?
Yes.
Keep the shot on whoever is currently singing the lead vocal.
I saw you standing by the man you sent with a brand.
I'm just gonna keep on these lights.
Baby, do you remember? You took the first of the pieces of my heart. You wandered into a bush and grabbed a vodka and stang. Took our assets and our wealth and drew them out of the bag. I gave you little pieces of my heart. I didn't know two hearts could ever.
Oh, there you are.
Girl, it's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the love.
This is actually quite difficult. Sorry.
As my bride, you snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cry. As my old man used to say, you blow me away. I just want you to stay. I don't want you to pay. You make me crazier than Neil today.
There you go.
We sat there shaking all the way
Oh.
through incisors. We held each other.
There you go. Safe shot.
Fell apart. We took a train through all the territories and we threw away the rules.
This is going pretty well.
Pieces of my heart.
One and
Didn't know the life could ever feel like this, girl. It's like you were custom made for me by Remington's fist. I take all of the.
oh, that was out of beat.
I leave them there, the uneven past. Share the new future as my bride. Snatch me inside. There's no need to
I'm getting this. Oh, that was a nice shot.
There's your picture beaming brighter than a handful of flaws. I'm trying to find the pieces of my heart and leave them in the uneven parts. Share the future as my pride. You snatch me inside. There's no need to hide all the times that you cried. As my old man used to say, blow me away. I just want you to stay.
I wanted to go to this one.
You make me crazier than neon. Crazier than neon. Crazier than neon today.
Fantastic, thank you, Niklash. That was fantastic, thank you. That was actually really good. Best of luck, thank you for coming in.
Best of luck, thank you
Now
for
it's
coming
almost time for final thoughts tonight. And I've actually asked Stacey to write a few, and they're just being programmed onto the auto cue now. Now I have no idea what she's going to say.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
So fingers on that bleep button in the broadcast.
Got
room,
it.
Just in case. Button in the broadcast room, just in case. Take it away, Stacey. Take it away, Stacey.
My name is Stacey.
Hi, Stacey.
I guess you know that by now. Don't know why I put that in there. Anyway.
This was a good broadcast.
I don't watch the news. There's no need. You hear all the important stuff from your mates, so I don't know what's considered important anymore. But I'm pretty sure that it's not rehashed movies and fucking boy bands. So anyway, I'm going to talk about what's important to me. When Advance were first elected 6 years ago, I was 9. And in a home. Not a family home like you call a home. This was a state children's home. It was fucking awful, actually. It was like a Charles Dickens book. The roof leaked and the walls were damp some mornings, and the food was bad. Drugs and alcohol were everywhere.
I'm so focusing on two things at once.
You had to watch your back all the time because there weren't enough staff to manage us. And yes, as you'd imagine, there was a lot of some bad stuff went down there with some of the staff. Not all of them. But the others knew, and they didn't stop it. And then
I can hear the antenna in my left ear. That's kind of cool.
Advance won the election. And like a miracle, things started to change. They got better. We had nicer food. The home was not just repaired, but redecorated and kitted out with books and sports stuff and musical instruments and video games.
Come on. Okay, I'll have to do this for 2 minutes. Got it.
Which there were more of, spent time talking and working with the bullies. And you know what? A second miracle. It worked. The bullying stopped. My life got better. Because finally, there was enough money to do the good things, and Advance had the guts to do it. I joined Go-Getters, and on Liberation Night, that gave me a group of friends that I could talk with when the bombs went off and the power went out. Another miracle. I wasn't alone anymore. And that was the night I finally understood the importance of being in a team. So here's my final thought. I know the people who were doing better under the old system long to go back. You say, we were freer. But what you mean is, we were richer. But for every one of you,
There you go.
there is 100
That feels
of
good.
me. And even now, after all you've had taken away, you are still doing better than I am, than I likely ever will. You still have homes of your own and families of your own who love you. And I'll never have that.
There you go.
So maybe you should stop looking for the worst interpretation of everything this amazing government does and realise it's not for you. It's for the millions like me. And you can cry and bleat all you want, but you're never going to.
This is quite a powerful message.
You're never going to get your money back because it's already been spent. On miracles.
Oh, for frick's sake.
Wow, thank you, Stacey, for that. Thank you. My name's Megan Wolf. Let's keep making tomorrow better. making tomorrow.
And we're out.
Is that alright?
Yes, yes, that was more than all right.
Nicely done. People might have actually given me something to think about.
The uneven past is far
So
behind
I
us.
guess
The territories
you're
are
gonna be taking me
expanding
back
with
to the home now
countries
then.
queuing to add their voices
I
to
was
the
thinking we
warm
could
symphony of
go
the
out
new
somewhere
future.
and, I don't know,
It's
have
an
a
exciting
meal,
time. But
talk
there's one thing missing.
about our
That's
options.
where you come in. Advance
that's
are calling
okay.
on talented, creative people
Security
from
will be
across the
standing by.
territories to submit
they're
their
always
most
there then.
stirring creations
was
as entries in
thing
the United
few years ago.
Territories and
Oh, with that Jeremy bloke.
We're
I heard about
looking
that,
for a
everyone
new
did.
song for the new future.
Do you hear
Something
that,
that
Jen?
speaks from and to
Doesn't look old enough.
your heart. An original composition of cooperation and cohesiveness. A song of solidarity for a steadfast.
I'm proud of myself. That was a good broadcast.
Songwriting experience is required.
A plus B. It's a B. You have received your full wages. Your current wealth technically not negative. Ouch. Ooh, both Advance and Disruptor are rising. Thank you, Sparrow. That felt great. That also feels like a great place to end it. I actually have played the Telethon. That was quite fun.
Good evening, I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Jones.
Ooh, bits of your life now is new behind it. Cool. Yeah, I'm actually like thinking of getting these two DLC once I finish the main campaign. How many hours do I have in this game right now? I have 13 hours in the game. That's to me, like I've enjoyed this, and I can get even like I get proper content. Yes, that feels like good DLC. Anyway, let's see. Do we have music? We have music. Who is live? Who is live? Who can I rate? Oh, hey, Recolt. Let's go over to our little pal, Recolt, who is a good friend of mine and also part of BSG Tech, who's currently doing a race with Hanky and Killer Chair. Thank you all for stopping by, and I will see you in the next stream.